Assalamualaikum and have a nice day, medium. Okay, this is our project for assignment finance that we choose in Piano Hotel Berhad and Mufa International Berhad. Okay, this is our group member. As you can see, in group we have 6 each member. Okay, there is a background company for Impiano Hotel Berhad and Mufa International Berhad. As we know, Datuk Sri Faro is the founder of Impiano Hotel Berhad, and he also has 50 years experience in hospitality. Impiano Hotel Berhad has opened business locally and abroad. For example, Impiano KLCC Hotel. And the company also offer accommodation, dining and spa. While Mafa International Berhad invests in the real estate, hospitality and education sector. The group is committed to long-term value creation within focus on high-end property development and investment, education, retirement and healthcare. Invest in some of the faster-growing and most vibrant economies in the region, including Malaysia, Australia, United Kingdom, and New Zealand. In Malaysia, Mufa International is the developer of the award-winning 1765 Azreen laser farm is Iskandar, Malaysia. Okay, there is comparative analysis Mufa International Berhad and Impiana Hotel Berhad in year 2018. Okay, the first of comparative analysis is liquidity ratio. Liquidity ratio have 3 types. The firstly is current ratio, quick ratio, and net working capital. The 3 type of ratio for the Mufa International is higher than Impiana Hotel. So, the interpretation for current ratio of Mufa International is higher ratio reflect the ability to pay its short-term obligation on time. Okay, next for interpretation, quick ratio of Mufa International is higher ratio reflect the ability to pay its short-term obligation without rely on inventories. And next, the interpretation for net working capital for Mufa International is higher is absolute measure in liquidity.
Assalamualaikum. My name is FAIZAH ZAHARI. So I want to explain about activity ratio. There are 5 items under activity ratio. First, total asset turnover. Total asset turnover of Mafa International is lower than Vienna Hotel. Second, account receivable turnover. Account receivable turnover of Malpa International and Impiana Hotel are same. Third, average collection period. Average collection period of Impiana Hotel is lower than Malpa International. Fourth, inventory turnover. Inventory turnover of Malpa International is higher than Impiana Hotel. And last, fixed asset turnover. Fixed asset turnover of Malpa International is lower than Impiana Hotel.
As shown in the slide, this is a comparison between Mulfa International and Impiana Hotel in terms of leverage, which is debt ratio and profitability ratio. In leverage, we can see that Mulfa International has a higher amount than Impiana Hotel in terms of debt ratio, debt to equity ratio, and time interest earned ratio. For profitability ratio, only on return on asset, Mulfa International has a higher amount than Impiana Hotel. But in terms of return on equity, gross profit margin, operating profit margin, and net profit margin, Impiana Hotel has a higher amount than Mulfa International.
Assalamualaikum. My name is NATASHA. Okay, I want to present about comparative analysis for Malfa International Berhad and Impiana Hotel for year 2019. Okay, for first is liquidity ratio. In liquidity ratio, we have three ratio. First is current ratio. For Malfa International is 1.18, and for Impiana Hotel is 0.78. The interpretation is pay its short-term obligation on time, and current ratio of Malfa International is higher than Impiana Hotel. Next is quick ratio. For Malfa International is 0.64 and Impiana Hotel is 0.41. The interpretation is to pay its short-term obligation without rely on inventories. Quick ratio of Malfa International is higher than Impiana Hotel. Next is net working capital. For Malfa International is 296023 and Impiana Hotel is negative 198682326. The interpretation is higher is absolute measure in liquidity. Net working capital of Malfa International is higher than Impiana Hotel. Next is activity ratio. In activity ratio, we have five ratio. First is total asset turnover. For Malfa International is 0.16, and for Impiana Hotel is 4.83. The interpretation is higher ratio reflects the effectiveness of total asset to generate sales, and total asset turnover of Malfa International is lower than Impiana Hotel. Next is account receivable turnover. For Malfa International is 0.60 and for Impiana Hotel is 0.30, and the interpretation is the effectiveness of account receivable to generate sale. Ratio of Malfa International is higher than Impiana Hotel. The third is average collection period. For Malfa International is 661.71 and Impiana Hotel is 25.4. The interpretation is indicates the firm has problem in collecting debt. Ratio of Impiana Hotel is lower than Malfa International. Next is inventory turnover. For Malfa International is 0.16 and for Impiana Hotel is 19.24. The interpretation is the effectiveness of inventory to generate sale. Malfa International is higher than Impiana Hotel. And the last for activity ratio is fixed asset turnover. For Malfa International is 0.83 and for Impiana Hotel is 4.41. The interpretation of fixed asset turnover is fixed asset to generate sales. Malfa International is higher than Impiana Hotel.
Debt ratio have three types: debt ratio, debt to equity ratio, and time interest earned ratio. For debt ratio and debt to equity ratio, Hotel Impiana most higher than Mulfa International, and time interest earned ratio, Mulfa International more higher than Hotel Impiana. Profitability ratio have 5: return on equity, return on asset, gross profit margin, operating profit margin, and net profit margin. For return on equity and net profit margin, Hotel Impiana most higher than Mulfa International, but return on asset, gross profit margin, and operating profit margin, Mulfa International more higher than Hotel Impiana.
My name is EZZATUL AZREEN binti Iskandar. My ID number H19A0510.
Recommendation: Impiana Hotel Berhad do promotion or increase their hotel-related ads on social media or even on the mass media. Because by running advertising in the mass media, tourists or customers who want to vacation can find out about the hotel and choose this hotel as a vacation spot. More and more customers are staying or visiting this hotel. Mulpa International Berhad focus on investing in developed countries. The value of the currency in developed countries is higher than the value of the currency in other countries, which will further increase the return on investment that has been made. Furthermore, investing in developed countries is more profitable because it's easy for us to develop sectors such as tourism industry and so on. Thank you.